I can move mountains, I can work a miracle, work a miracle. Oh, oh, oh. I'll keep you like an oath, may nothing but death do us part.
Hey Pet Shoppers, what's up? It's Pet Shop Girl 78 here, and welcome to another review. So, for today's review, I'm going to be reviewing the episode called Guilt Tripping. So, yeah, and Cesar, there won't be really any background noise or anything because Cesar is not here right now. He had to go out to his grandma's house and he probably won't be home until later tonight. But I'm still going to do the review anyways because I know that he'll be fine because he's just going out and hopefully nothing bad will happen. But I don't think nothing bad will happen. But anyways, so yeah guys, so I'm just going to be getting into this review of Guilt Tripping, so yeah. So the plot of this episode is Blythe feels guilty when she unintentionally causes Whitney and Brittany to be suspended from school, while Pepper goes numb while waiting for punishment from Vinny when she accidentally breaks his lucky rock. So yeah, so that was the plot of the episode. So yeah, so now I'm going to give the positives that I have for this episode. So yeah, so the first positive I have is Blythe trying to help the Biscuits and feeling guilty about what she did and also upset. And I just was never expecting that since she like hates the Biscuits and all that. But that didn't really last long, guys, in the episode. Well, from the end of it. But I guess it was a little nice of her caring about them and for once, so yeah, like feeling guilty about what she did and saying it was her fault instead of just letting the twins take the blame for it because she just would have, yeah, like she just didn't really want the twins to take the blame for something she did. And that was kind of a nice side to see of her. So yeah, so the second positive I have is Blythe and Pepper going through the same thing. Because they just went through the same thing because Pepper feeling guilty that she broke Vinny's lucky rock because Vinny was all upset by it and all that. And Blythe feeling guilty about the twins getting in trouble for something she did. And like everyone else was happy about it, but she wasn't because she just felt guilty of them being in trouble for what she did, and she thinks that she should have deserved it. And everyone else was just happy the twins were not at school, and she was the only one that was upset about it. And yeah, that I guess she kind of missed the twins in a way because in math, or not in math, but whatever class she was in, and she had to like take a quiz or something, and then she was just like, okay, you guys better not be looking at my answers, and then she just realized that, oh, they're not here, and I guess she kind of missed them a little bit. So I guess this kind of showed the relationship between her and the twins. Like they don't really have a strong relationship because they mostly have like a frenemy relationship, but more enemy. But sometimes Blythe just still like asks them for help. Like in the one episode, she just asked them for help, like, can you help me, like, with some money or whatever, and obviously they didn't give it to her, but sometimes she asks the twins for help, and it depends. Sometimes they just help her, or most of the time they don't, but I think in a way they kind of have a frenemy relationship, but I don't know. But yeah, and then I remember in the winter episode, they all went skiing, and they were staying at this snow resort or something. And yeah, even though the twins didn't want to, but yeah. So I think they mostly have a frenemy relationship. So yeah, that's just my opinion of it. So yeah. So anyways, guys, so the third positive I have is the Guilty Tango song, which this is the picture from it. And this is the Guilty Tango song. And I thought it was a really good song, so yeah. And so the fourth positive I have is Pepper and Vinny making up and being friends again in the end of the episode. And then Pepper fixed Vinny's rock, like his lucky rock. And then Vinny just got all happy about it and stuff. But in my negative, I'm gonna kind of be talking about something about that, but yeah. But anyways, and so the fifth positive I have is when Pepper was trying to give Vinny back his lucky rock, Vinny was just like, no, you should keep it. And then, like, I thought that was actually really sweet of him to do that, since it was like Pepper's fault for breaking it, and it was his lucky rock, and he's just like, oh. And then, like, she went through the trouble of fixing it, and he's just like, oh, you can keep it. And I just thought that was really sweet of him to do that. So, yeah. And so those were all the positives I have for the episode. And for negatives, I actually have some negatives for this episode. So, yeah, so let's just get right into the negatives now. So the first negative I have is Pepper. Well, first of all, Pepper breaking Vinny's lucky rock, and she was just an idiot for, like, juggling it in the first place. Like, obviously when you juggle, you're gonna, like, break things if you drop them, and it just made no sense to me how she just wanted to juggle it in the first place. And she thought she was going to be really careful, but yeah. So yeah, like, it just made really no sense to me. So yeah. So the second positive I have is Young Me bragging about the twins not being here. Like, and it just got annoying after a while, so yeah. Because she was just like, the twins are here, it's a or no, she's just like, oh, they're not here, it's a beautiful day, isn't it so beautiful, Blythe? Like, don't you hear how peaceful and quiet it is? Like, and, it just got really annoying, to be honest, so yeah. And so the third positive I have, or third negative, sorry, this is negatives. The third negative I have is the Biscuits laughing and, like, making fun of Blythe, and they were just like, we're going to tell everyone in the school tomorrow what you did, and like, Blythe, and like, that was just, like, cruel, because it just was, and it just got Blythe so mad, and then she just, like, gave them all their homework, and then they just started screaming, but what's the point of giving them their homework? They're obviously not gonna do it, because I don't think the twins do homework, because I'm just pretty sure they don't do homework, or they don't study for tests, and they don't do any of that, because they're just like, oh, that's too nerdy, and they just want to be on their phones texting all day. So yeah. So that really made no sense for Blythe to do that, but I guess to tell them that it was her fault and she wanted to apologize to them. And it was just still cruel then, because Blythe apologized to them, and then they're just like, okay, we're gonna tell everyone what you did, and you're gonna be, like, so hated on and all that. And, like, yeah, so I just thought that was really cruel, and I didn't like that. So yeah, I didn't like how that they've reached Blight's boiling point. So yeah. So yeah, and so the fourth negative I have, which is my last negative, which this is going to be talking about Vinny's Lucky Rock, is Vinny having a whole a whole bag of Lucky Rocks, and we found that out near the end of the episode. And like he basically was being sad and mad at Pepper for nothing. And like that just like made no sense. And that just made Pepper like freak out and like be mad at Vinny. And like it really made no sense, to be honest. He could have just got another Lucky Rock from his bag. And like that made no sense why he was all like that. The plot with Vinny and Pepper literally made no sense, to be honest. Like we could have had some different plot or something, like Pepper making a bad joke to Penny or some other pet and being guilty that she did that, and like yeah, just some other plot. But that plot, it made no sense because Vinny had a whole bunch of Lucky Rocks, and he just made Pepper like worried for nothing because Pepper was worried about everything, like Vinny talking bad stuff about her to all the pets and stuff, and that honestly made no sense. So yeah, that plot, it was not really that great with the I guess it was okay with Blythe and the Biscuits, but it wasn't that great with Vinny and Pepper because he just had a whole bunch of Lucky Rocks, and that just made no sense to me. So yeah, so guys, that was all my positives and negatives for the episode. So yeah, so now I'm going to give my score for this episode, which I give this episode a 7 out of 10. So yeah. So yeah, guys, so I'm going to give my overall now. So overall, this episode, it was kind of boring in a way, like in my opinion, because, you know, I just kind of thought the plot was a little boring. But I still liked the song and how Vinny and Pepper like made up, and the pets were still also all great as always. But I also liked how Pepper and Blythe were like going through the same thing, and they kind of knew what they were going through. And so yeah, I just didn't really like those negatives that I mentioned, and overall watching the episode, it wasn't really that entertaining. It was a little bit boring. So yeah. So yeah, guys, anyways, the next episode I'm going to review, I don't know when I'm going to review it because I don't know how long Cesar is going to be at the hospital. And I have a feeling I'm most likely going to be depressed. So yeah, I'm going to try not to be depressed, but I most likely am because, yeah, I'll probably be happy when I know his surgery went okay, and then I just have to wait for him to come home again. So maybe if I found out that the surgery went okay, I'll probably make the review on Sunday or something if I found out his surgery went okay. But yeah, it depends, guys. But the next episode I'm going to review is called Pet Napped. So yeah, so you guys should get ready for that whenever I review it. So yeah, guys. So anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this review. This is my review of Guilt Tripping. And yeah, guys, so I hope you all enjoyed this review. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, so get ready for my review of Pet Napped whenever I review it, whenever Cesar gets back from the hospital, or whenever I find out that he's okay, because I'll be looking at his mom's Facebook, and I might be talking to his mom too by using Google Translate. Because I can't really speak Spanish, but yeah. But anyways, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this review. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, so get ready for my review of Pet Naps whenever I'll do it. So yeah, guys, anyways, this is Pet Shop Girl 78 signing out. So yeah, so bye, guys!